is Filipa and welcome to a new YouTube video. Today I have a very special deck for you, but before I get started, let me thank you to my Patreons. They are amazing and support my YouTube content. I'm going to leave the link down below, and also thank you for Ultimate Guard to sponsoring my videos. So let's get into this deck. So today I have a very special deck. It's a mono black historic deck, and I actually made a video on that a couple months ago, but now it's Strixhaven and everything and the mystical archive. We actually have new spicy cards, and Mengucci was playing this deck in the Mythic ladder, Andrea Mengucci, and I really liked it, so I decided to give it a go, and so far I'm doing pretty well with it. So the deck has a lot of small creatures like Dread Wonder, Gutter Bones, and Scrape at Scourger that basically have recursion. So when your opponent kills them, they can come back to the grave under certain conditions. Then we have Legion of the Knight of the Ebon Legion, which is a 1/2 that can grow very easily. And then we have a lot of also End Disruption with 2 Inquisition of Kozilek, which is actually a great card. It's 1 mana and target player reveals their end, and you may choose a non-land card from it with mana value, which is the converted mana cost 3 or less. Their player discards that card. We also have 4 Thoughtseize, that's an old one. It's always a great End Disruption. We also have Shade. Shade also can come back if you played a land this turn, basically as landfall, play it again. And it could also be a bigger creature later on if you have more mana, because you can kick it to be a 5/3 instead of a 2/1. Then we have some removal like Artless Act, and we have the 2 big flyers, which are Rankle and Spawn of Mayhem. Spawn of Mayhem is one of the best cards ever. I really missed that in Standard. And then we are running 18 Snow Covered Swamps, and the snow is because of Faceless Haven, which is a creature land, and also we have 2 Castle Lockwains to draw us the extra cards. For sideboard, we are running 2 Duresses, 2 Pushes, 1 Legion Hand, Go Blank, and Go Blank is actually a funny card. It's a 3 mana. Target player discards 2 cards, then exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So in Historic, there's a lot of things happening in the grave with Phoenix decks, with Sacrifice decks. So it's actually great to have an exile effect that also makes your opponent discard, and this is a new card from Strixhaven. Then we are also running 2 Soul Guided Lanterns, more Legion's End, Necromancia. Necromancia is good against Ultimatum, for example, or combo decks, because you can actually exile the cards that they have with that name. And 2 Phyrexian Obliterators. So the deck is very aggressive. It's very resilient, because even if your opponent tries to board wipe, you can recurve your creatures, some even at instant speed, like the Scourger. And it looks a lot like the Pioneer mono black deck that I enjoy and have been playing a lot. I actually got a great result playing Pioneer mono black, a very similar deck to this. I got I got a 5-0-1, so I win 5 games and drawed 1 in a PTQ, a Pro Tour qualifier, so I did pretty well. I actually ended up 9th place out of 333 players, and this is an amazing deck. So let's get some games rolling and let's see how the deck behaves. Okay, so we have an opponent here. Let's see what they are rolling. So I've been slacking a bit, so I'm only Diamond. It's already the 21st. So let's see if I can get to Mythic fast. This deck surely can help me. Okay, so my thoughts on this. This is a bit slow. If they're playing a creature deck, it's okay because we have 2 acts. Otherwise, this is very slow. They don't have a companion, which might be a good sign that they are playing. Actually, they can be playing a lot in Historic, so I think Halmul, it's not an ideal land, and you really want to be playing something on turn 1, especially when you go first, you know? This is much better. And I'm actually going to cut a Rankle here, and if we get a 3rd land, this is perfect. So let's start with Gutter Bones, a 2/1. Yeah. So I'm doing something different. Usually I record my games out of stream, but actually today I am recording while I'm streaming. So if you're watching this stream and now are watching on YouTube, comment down below and say I watched this first. And you can be watching my videos before everyone else and more games of Magic just by following my stream. I'm almost at 5K, so if you are a YouTube subscriber and you want to see me more time, just go to the links down below. I have all my socials and that's it. So this is not great, you know, but they already have 12. I do think they are playing, for sure, I think they're playing that deck that, what's the name? That shadow deck, yeah, that shadow deck, just because of the way they shock themselves. Yeah, that's that shadow, for sure, Z's. So we should actually be good because we are a very aggressive deck. We are doing a bunch of damage there. So let's attack, see what they do. I think they might have a removal. Okay, it's one Crush Giant is a bit annoying because it doesn't allow us to attack as effectively as I wanted, but I'm actually just going to play the Shade. And right now, if they only play Giant, we kill them. So they have to play something else, I guess. Or they have to have Giant plus Fatal Push. Or a board wipe. Although Extinction Event doesn't get rid of everything. Okay, so they are trying to find something. Okay. This can also be a Grixis deck, but it seems like a Dead Shadow deck just because the way they shock themselves and Thoughtseize. So this is a difficult one to sideboard just because we didn't see too much of their hands. So I think we could go... I think we could get some pushes instead of acts, just see what they are running. Because it definitely seems like a Dead Shadow deck. And maybe, I don't want to do Rest because we already have the Inquisition of Kozilek, which I just think it's better, and we do have Thoughtseize. I also don't want Obliterator because I don't know if they're running Acts or something, so I think these looks okay, and let's try it. Once again, sometimes it's very difficult to sideboard, especially when you don't know what your opponent is playing and you kind of have to guess. So I would say they're either playing a Bolas deck, Grixis Bolas, or they're playing a Dead Shadow. And my only reason I would say Dead Shadow is because they shock themselves so easily and Thoughtseized. But they also had one Crush Giant, so that leads me to think they were playing a Grixis deck. So here I can Thoughtseize or I can Gather Bones. I think I'm going to be aggressive because next turn I can Dread Wonder plus Thoughtseize. Okay, so actually what I'm doing here first is I'm going to attack. And now I'm going to Thoughtseize. Okay, so it's a Bolas deck. So they have a Kiora and they have the 5 mana Bolas and they have the 4 mana one. I don't have removal right now, so I might need to do the 4 mana one. And just go for the damage here, because if they play Kiora, I might need to kill it. Kiora does get a mana, so there was a line where I would do Kiora. They are going to actually draw a card with that. Actually, I think here I'm just going face. Like, Bolas is very annoying, so I'm just going to do this and be aggressive. That way my Legion just grows. Kiora is just very good because Kiora does ramp you, and also it's good again with Bolas. So the idea is turn 3 Kiora, and then you start, you can untap mana to get Bolas Citadel, for example. So for example, now they can cast Bolas, which we are going to kill. Okay, so I'm just going to discard a Snow. And actually we can kill... Can you kill them? So that's 2, 4, 8, 8 plus 5. We are 1 off, right? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We are 1 off. In that case, I think I'm going to kill the Bolas. I don't think we like give that much damage to Kiora, so I think this is perfect. That way our Night Steal triggers, and they're not in a great position. Okay, so this was kind of an easy game for me. My deck was just way too fast for whatever they were doing. So you guys don't know because you don't watch all the games, but right now I've been playing this deck on stream and I'm 3-0 with it. So I started Diamond 4 with no things, and now I'm Diamond 3, so 3-0 with this deck. And let's play one more because this game was very fast. Okay, we have another match here. Let's play first. And this is very keepable. We do have a first drop. We are on the play. Okay, so they have Luros, which means this is ours. Ours might be a difficult match. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. We do have an act, but that's it. We need pushes. I mean, Luros, there's two options. Either is Arcanist or it's Auras. And Auras is more popular right now, so I do think this is Auras. And once you start playing a lot of games, you start realizing what your opponent can play based on their companion and based on what they do. But you still can get it wrong. For example, last match, I didn't know if it was Grixis or if it was that Shadow, so sometimes you just don't really know. See, like, this is Rogues. Okay. I saw by the... Thanks for the follow, I appreciate that. So, based on the way... Okay, so actually Rogues should be a fairly good matchup for us. Just because they discard cards that we can play against. So let's see what they have. They have Brainstorm. I don't like this, to be honest. They have Memory Lapse, which is annoying, but they don't have mana to cast it right now. And I can try to do multiple threats. Although I don't have mana, this is going to be annoying. I think I just take the creature, make them spend money brainstorming. Just because that thing really blocks very well whatever I do. Okay, that's fine. Thoughtseize, okay. I just need a land, so that's it. So they decided to brainstorm, which is actually very good for me. I think they should have done that before they played the land, just in case they got a tap land. I don't know if they play with those, but... just in case they got, for example, another one of this. I don't know. So they have Inquisition of Kozilek, which is okay, I guess. So you have to take this turn to know that they don't have a counter, which is pretty good. Oh, okay. There's options there. I could just Thoughtseize, but I think I'm actually going to Skyclave and save the Thoughtseize for next turn. I don't know if they attack now, right? I'm applying a bit of pressure there. So, let's see. Ooh, we found a land, which is great. So I'm going to attack first. Just in case they block my Shade, I can get it back, right? Okay, so only 3 cards in the grave, which means they didn't found land, by the way, with the Brainstorm, which is good for us. So now I'm going to Thoughtseize, see if they use a counter. Because I rather them using Memory Lapse on my Thoughtseize instead of using on my Sky Shade thing. And order is very important when you play. That's another tip that I have if you are new players. Ordering is very important. So attack first. For example, they didn't use the push. They don't have mana for Into the Story that early, so I'm just going to take 1 Memory Lapse because I think the game is not going there. I'm just going to play my Shade. Like, I only have 5 cards in my grave. They only have 2 mana, so... So let's see if they Memory Lapse this. They probably need to. Yep. But still we have an act in case they play any creature. They still are stuck on 2 mana. I still don't have the 8 cards in grave for this. 7, I meant. So Okay, they went for Luros. We do have an act, so it's okay. Like, it's not like they can play Luros. They die if they play Luros plus a creature, so they need something. They can have Crippling Fear, that would be annoying, but our creatures have recursion, so eventually you can get them back. Okay, we got them. So here, let me think about what we can sideboard against them. Early creatures are very good because they don't really have a way to deal with them. I actually like Fatal Push better than just Artless Act, because it gets most of the creatures. What else can we go? Legion End is an interesting one. I guess you can put a couple of those. And maybe we can take like a Rankle. The Rankles are very expensive. I don't want to have expensive stuff against them. I want to have very cheap creatures and removal. Go Blank, it's okay, but I think it's not going for them playing Luros. I think we want to kill them faster than that. And this looks good. Let's try it. Crippling Fear, it's something that makes me scared. They can also have Leyline. But yeah. Sometimes against Mono Black, Leyline is kind of a trap, just because sometimes the opponent will mulligan very, very hard just to get the Leyline, and then they have one less card because they have Leyline on, and you still apply pressure with your creatures very early on. So it's kind of like, like Leyline is very good, for example, against decks that combo off the grave. It's great against Arcanist. It's good against Sacrifice, but sometimes against these kinds of decks, yeah, Leyline is good, but at the same time, it might be a trap. Because then late game you draw a 4-mana Leyline, it's like awkward because I already have so much pressure in the board as well. This is a keep. So that can have Thoughtseize. Okay, it's Inquisition of Kozilek. Which is okay, I guess. Ooh, we found a 1-drop. That's perfect. So that's the good thing about having so many 1-drops is like... And see, now I can get this back eventually, Same with Shade. They deal with Shade, we get it back. Memory Lapse is annoying though because they keep putting stuff on the top of our deck. So let's attack first. Remember, ordering is important. Playing Faceless Evan here, and I'm just going to Shade. Pretty good. Next turn we can Mayhem. Although I do think they might have a counter saved up, but if they have to counter, I'm giving 5 damage each turn. So there's a line where they have to deal with this. Brainstorm, okay. They haven't played land for the turn. So they still can have... I think the Thief is very bad because it's a 1/3. So if they leave 2 mana open, there's a line where we actually only attack with Shade. But it's a bit debatable. Okay. Thoughtseize is great. I mean, we are applying enough pressure and it doesn't really bother me. Eventually, we can start using these as well. So let's hope they don't have Crippling Fear, and if they do, we just recurse our creatures. That's the thing, like, here there's no overcommitment because you can just get back the things for free. Unless they have like an exile effect, and then yeah, but like even if they have the extinction event, it only removes half of the board, so... I think I just go for Faceless Aven here and try to deal the most damage I can. That's okay. Look, they still take a bunch of damage. They're at 1. So they need removal now. Okay, I guess they are looking for it. Shadow's Verdict would be the worst, but I don't know like if Aluro's deck rogues would really want to run that. So it is what it is. Should I do a thumbnail 100% win rate? I know you guys don't like that, but I mean, it's 4-0, it's pretty good. Okay, so, actually, this video, once again, was pretty short, so we are actually going to record one more game. So, 3 best-of-1 games in one video. Let's go. Okay, we have an opponent, and let's see what they're playing. Can we make it a 100% win rate video? Let's see. Okay, so they have Giganta. That can be Sacrifice or a combo deck. Either way, this seems a bit too slow. So I'm going to actually mulligan. This is better. I can cut a land. Yeah, this is much better. I can also cut a Dreadwater or Gutterbones because I do have a curve. A 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah, I guess I actually do that. Just make sure I have a nice curve. So let's discover if they are playing Sacrifice or not. Sacrifice is not the best matchup for us, but... Okay, it's not Sacrifice. Okay. We can Thoughtseize, which is pretty good. Let's see if they trade. I think that's a part of them that wants to trade. So this is a combo deck. Okay, let's risk this. We do have the Spawn of Mayhem next turn, which is pretty good. They cannot Karn right now. I might need to Thoughtseize next, though. Yeah, they have Emery. Emery is a problem. Okay, they don't have... They have... Okay, Paradox Engine. So there's 2 options now. Either I go Am and I... I think I need to do this, you know? And just pray. Because Thoughtseize is just so awkward for me right now. With the end that I have, you know? Because it's like, play Thoughtseize but don't do anything else, so... Choose target artifact, you may cast the card this turn. So let's see what artifact they can get. They have Paradox Engine, but do they have 5 mana though? That doesn't seem like it. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they have Mox, they can actually go for Paradox Engine. But then they tap themselves, right? Okay, they went for the Mind Stone. That's fine. Oh, okay. Blue, okay. That's fine. Okay, so they tapped themselves. So we have to pray to win next turn, and let's Thoughtseize them. Hopefully they don't get anything too good. Let's just take the Golos. They already have 1, so either way they can get it with Emery the same. I don't know. And hopefully they cannot deal with my Spawn of Mayhem or combo this turn, and I win. So they still don't have Karn, so that's good, I guess. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They do have a lot of mana. They go for Paradox Engine. So if they play Paradox Engine, they still have 2 mana. It's not enough for Bella. They're just sacking to draw. That's actually good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they are looking for the Mox Ember thing. Okay, we got them. We got them. Okay. So. What do we think we need? I think Act is a bit slow. I think maybe Fatal Push and even... Sorry, Legion End might be better. Go Blank is perfect. We need to exile their board. Necromantia is interesting. Good question, because Necromantia is an interesting choice, right? A Soul Guardian Lantern is necessary because they combo out of the grave. I think this is enough 8 against their stuff. I think maybe I even take maybe a Shade, maybe a Legion, even Legion, and maybe we can take one of this discard. Yeah, I think this looks okay. Legion End doesn't kill Emery, but it does kill the Keenan, which is a key card. Also Lana Werewolves. And exiles them, which is good. Okay, this is a bit slow, I think. Let's see if they keep it. They kept. I think we have to Mool. This is not much better, but I don't want Mool to 5, so we keep it. We do have Thoughtseize, so I guess that's good. Okay, so I guess next turn we do Thoughtseize plus Knight. They didn't have a Lana Werewolf starter, so that's pretty good. So Mind Stone, okay, so they are trying to ramp. I'm going to attack. Unfortunately, I'm flooding a bit, but this also helps because I can start pumping if I only get lands. Oh, whoa. They do have a lot of good stuff. They have Keenan whenever you tap on a land form. So they have Keenan, they have a perfect hand. So they are going to have 4 mana. They can Karn. Although I kill Karn, right? If they go for the Karn. So I think Emery might be the worst here. Let's take Emery out. And do this. So they do have Karn. So we can kill Karn, that's the good news, but let's see what they get. They get the Mox, yeah, that makes sense. Although Mox... Ooh, that's actually very good, right? Okay, let's kill Karn. And let's Thoughtseize. It has to be Keenan, right? Because they do have 2 Golos. If they don't get a land, they cannot cast Golos because this only adds if they have... Oh, they found the mana, damn it. That's bad. That's very bad. Okay. Although they cannot activate Golos, so... Oh, they can. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can activate Golos. That's bad. I don't think we can surpass this. Oh, okay. Maybe they can. 3. Oh, they don't have 6 mana. Okay, they don't have 6 lands. Okay. I didn't even realize that. They don't have 6 lands. That's good. Faceless Haven, you know, a bit slow. But hey, what can we do? You know what? That makes sense because they just want to play another Golos. Fine by me. So they want to get another land, basically. So they can start activating Golos. So they now have all the lands that they need. They might go for a Blast Zone on 1 just to kill my 1-drops, I guess. Yeah, they might do that. And Gigant is a bit complicated here, so it's not looking too spicy for us. So let's see. I might need to actually draw. Okay. Not the greatest thing ever. Because now they can start Goloings, and that's not something I can really deal with. And they can use Giganta to activate Golos, which is a problem as well. So I think I might have sideboarded these wrong. I don't like Legion End. I mean, I did like it in the beginning when they had Keenan, but that's it. Yeah, I think they got enough with Tamiyo and stuff. I don't think we can just come back from this game. So let's go to sideboard. We are now on the play, so let's see if we can be more aggressive. So I didn't like Legion's End. Artlasaki is just much better. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I need a nice end, like a nice curve, so I can like pressure them enough to kill them before they kind of combo. This is not it. I mean, we do have Inquisition and Soul Guide Lantern, but that's not it. This is not great, but I guess it's skippable, you know? We do have Act to kill something if they play it. Okay, they have Chromatic thing. Oh, that's perfect, actually. No, they have 2 Keenans. I mean, we can kill 1, right? So I guess we can just take 1 Keenan. They do have Tamiyo, which might be a problem as well. I guess we can just go Tamiyo. Because Tamiyo just gets that back, right? And we do have a way to deal with Keenan with Act, so with 1 at least. Okay, perfect. At least we are drawing stuff. So they have a lot of mana because of Keenan. They need 7 to activate it though. If they play this, I might kill Keenan in response. Let's see what they do. I guess I'd rather kill these late end turn. Sure. Before they can play another one. Yeah, that seems good. And just try to delay them a bit. I'll do another Keenan-y stuff. Let's see if they trade. Oh, they're trading? I'll take that, I guess, and play it. Because they're at 6. I guess they can Giganta. Oh, they have Mox Amber? That's a problem. Can they double now? Yeah, they can Giganta and that. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, we do have a push, so that's great, I guess. So let's push that. That actually really helps us out because now whatever they kill, we can play it again. They go to 2, so they need to have a nice top deck. Fatal Push was great there. Okay, so we can just replay that. That's the good thing about our deck. It's like, even if we don't have a lot of cards, our cards gives us stuff, right? So they do have a lot of mana now because of Giganta. Oh, they found another Keenan, come on. Okay, but they still need 1 more creature. They might use the Keenan's ability, right? Because they have a ton of mana with Giganta. Non-human card, okay. They wiffled. I think they wiffled. Okay, so I think they're dead, right? I mean, I might not be the best at math, but I'm good at that. Okay, so we got 3-0 on this video and a total of 5 or 6 so actually with these decks. So pretty good, 100% win rate. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to market it like that because I know people don't like it, but we did play quite a games in best of 3 and I think this deck is actually phenomenal. So I'm very happy with this video. I hope you all enjoy it. Once again, I'm trying to reach the 4,000 watch hours needed to get partners. So if you liked this video, please subscribe, comment, like, and everything. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, YouTube.